How is everyone doing? Super excited and fired up to be here with each and every last one of you all tonight. But tonight is very special. A day for me and my beautiful wife, which is my special guest for today. Been married 5 years, going on. Get off of that, Tracy. Going on 10 years being together today. So that's a major accomplishment for me and her. But we decided to actually come to you all today on Let's Talk Sunday and actually break down a couple things about relationships. So I really wanted to call this like love one-on-one, right? So I know that relationships can be a little tricky puzzle to actually put together. But if you do have some of the right pieces, it'll all come together. Now, I know this kind of sound crazy, but we're going to hop into it like real quick because like I said, I know today's Sunday. I know a lot of y'all got a lot of stuff that y'all need to be doing today. But y'all took the time out to actually look at this live and actually be here with us, right? So we're going to break down a couple things, right? So number one, I have my notes to keep us on track because I can go on and on, right? So number one, have time put on a schedule to enjoy your partner. Now, I know that life has a lot going on, but you have to actually make time for your significant other because you don't want that person to feel left out by the things that you do. Now, I had to come to grips with this as far as like when it was like the middle of our relationship. Yeah, I had to actually like put together something to actually put time aside to actually enjoy my partner. And my wife can actually tell you more about that than I can.
So you just want to make sure that you have that balance because when it comes between work and life and enjoying each other, you still, because you didn't get married or be in a relationship to go and do continue what you're doing. You got to be able to enjoy each other's presence and enjoy each other's time, and therefore so you can know what you need to work on as your love grows, you grow. So being able to know how to do that, you gotta spend time with each other.
And in order for you to grow, you have to be able to spend time with each other. That's why they call it, how to say, and grow old with each other. Uh-huh. So in order for you to grow old with each other, you don't want to grow old out of each other.
Right.
So like I said, you have to be able to spend time with your significant other and actually put together a schedule for that. Now, when I say put together a schedule, on that day that you have scheduled for you all, nothing else really matters. Like phone, TV, whatever it is, because this is time for you both to actually be with each other and start growing more of a bond with each other. So number two, right? Be candid about your feelings, whether it's good or bad. Now, you real deal have to be upfront about your feelings, whether it's good or it's bad. But this is something that you both have to come to grips with. So if the person is feeling bad, then you need to go into more of an understanding of why that person is feeling bad, right? If the person is feeling good, then okay, that's a good thing. But let's see, can we get to better? Now, I don't know what my wife got to say about this one, but like I said, you have to be real deal upfront about your relationship or your marriage, right? So when I say put it on the table, you have to put it all on the table, whether it's good or it's bad, right? So it's kind of like the yin and the yang. You can't have good without the bad, but your good should outweigh the bad. So I don't know what she got to say about that.
Just a little follow-up with that. That's correct. You never want to put a lid on your feelings when it comes to relationships, because when you put a lid on it, you put a cap on it, whatever y'all want to say, you're covering up how you truly feel, and then as the days go by, months go by, then it's gonna get to a boiling point, and then that's when it becomes lashing out or things that's eating you inside, and you should have just talked about it when it happened right then and there. Like you said, no matter if it's good or bad. Not saying hit targets or below the belt and start being aggressive, abusive towards each other. Yeah, abusive towards each other emotionally or physically. Not saying that, but learn how to have a healthy communication when it comes to a relationship.
Yep. I think she said it just perfect. She probably said it better than I said it, honestly. But okay, number 3. I hope you all taking notes, because like I said, we dropping some major gems right now. And like I said, especially just to be making it to 10 years together, like a lot of people in our generation really don't even make it to 10 years, right? Mm-hmm. So I hope you taking notes and taking some type of value from this live. So, okay, number 3, right? Figure out reoccurring problems in your relationship and then deal with it together. Notice I said together. Mm-hmm. So let's just say, for instance, what is one reoccurring issue with me?
Not letting me finish my talk.
Okay, she said not letting her talk and finish the conversation. So now I actually know what my problem is. So now I actually let her talk, and then I actually let her finish it, and then I come back with something. So that kind of swings over into our next point. But we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. But I know that like I said, you have to figure out whether it be you or the person being selfish in a relationship. You have to actually address it. If you don't want to address it, then you really don't want a real relationship. You have to be able to address the problems in your relationship to actually build to something better, right? So whether it be selfish or what's name some more? Insecurity could be one. Not
communicating.
No communication. That should be something that you hash out on the table between both of y'all. Because like I said, once you into a partnership with each other, whether it be a relationship or a marriage, you have to be able to actually have these tough conversations. You have to be able to have tough conversations for some easy love. I think I like how I put that. Yeah.
We got hashtag.
Yeah. Right? So let's jump into the next point, right? So before committing anything, always recite it out so you can actually get some understanding instead of just reacting. Mm-hmm. So let's just say, for instance, you and your significant other having an argument, right? You look at that person and you actually listening, because you have to be actively listening. Now, yeah, it might take you to a whole nother level as far as temper what the person might be saying, but you still have to put yourself in that person's shoes to actually understand what they're saying. Now, about me and her having a disagreement with each other, and I hear her say something, and I say it over, now I'm just reconfirming it, but then in the midst of me saying it, I'm actually understanding where she coming from. So let's go back into understanding. When you talk about something, you talking about something to understand and not just react. Because once you react, you don't know how the reaction is going to be. Mm. So I don't know what she had to say about that, but there was a big point for me.
Yeah. Like you said, knowing how to react. So once you start to listen to something, even when you in school, this just goes back to anything. When you listen to someone, you're actively listening to him. You're basically taking mental notes, knowing, basically learning. Well, not learning, thinking about actually what you're going to respond with, so you can be able to know, like, okay, this person, I know how this person is, and I know he or she is going to take it like this. Let me reiterate what I'm going to say. Let me kind of play it out in my head a little bit, and then I'm going to respond. Because sometimes that right there, if your reaction can be a hot point in your relationship. It don't matter if it's a relationship like marriage or friendship. It can be any type of relationship. Your response and how you react is gonna weigh out. It's gonna weigh out. It's gonna be a big weigh when it comes to that. So.
Yep. All right. So next point. Don't just say how you feel, show it. If you say you love a person, then show that person you love them. If you say you're sorry, don't go back and do the same thing that you're sorry for. Because basically you're just showing me that you just said it, but you didn't actually show it. So your actions actually show. I don't know what my wife got to say about this one, but like I said, once you say something, actually show it. Don't just say it just to be saying it.
Right.
You have to actually show it. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, like the old saying goes, your action speaks louder than words.
That's what I was meant to say.
See, great minds
Great
think
minds
alike.
think alike. Yeah.
So with that being said, use it to take note of that. Like, if you're gonna, like, with anything, if you're gonna say you're gonna do something, then do it and show that you're doing it. Don't just say, don't let your mouth just talk for you and you don't have no action behind it.
Just to try to make the other person feel good,
right.
or shut up.
Yeah, that too. So don't never do that. So that's all I had to say about that.
Okay. So here go the grand finale, and I know a lot of people are actually having problem in this area. But I do know one thing: when I did get married, it was a business decision, and it was a decision of love, right? So a lot of people do not be afraid to talk about money, because you got to think about it. You in partnership with this person. And I hear a lot of people say, yeah, I'm looking for somebody I can build an empire with and all this other type of stuff. Yeah, if you want to build an empire with somebody, guess what? You have to talk about money. That's common. Now, if the money low, still talk about money. If the money high, still talk about money. Because at the end of the day, I got to trust this woman, or she got to trust this man with her finances. And then our finances come together because of the simple fact is, like, we're building an empire. Did you not know that, like, over 50 or 60% of people in America right now, marriages are failing because of finances? That's because they're not talking about their finances with each other. You have to be able to have these tough conversations, people, in order for love to prevail every single time. If you don't have these conversations, guess what? It's going to fall out of place. Now, when it fall out of place, don't mean that it can't be put back in place, but it takes some type of commitment and what word I'm looking for? Dedication. So that takes some type of commitment and dedication. But do not be afraid to talk about money. It's y'all money. I don't know what she got to say about this one, but like I said, it's y'all money. Y'all building an empire with each other. And when you say I do, that's a contract being signed between you and this person.
Yeah.
You and this person.
When you become one, everything is one. I mean, I know that a lot of people are used to having their own, and
selfish.
And that's okay. But always remember that when you're living in one household and you're bringing in things together, you have to be aware that certain things that you used to do when you was alone, you have to go. I'm not gonna say you cannot do it, but you have to go about it another way, because sometimes as he being the man of the household, you cannot, as a woman, I don't want to always have, like, okay, she doing this and she doing that. You got to remember, hey, I'm used to being alone, but I'm not going to lie. I'm being frank with y'all. When we first got together, when we first got married, I was not the saving person. Like, it was all him. Like, Teresa, you got to do this. We had to have a talk, because we're trying to build a foundation in order to progress in life and be able to, maybe one day have kids. So we gotta be able to do, be responsible when it comes to, and so we can enjoy, the different things that we have or goals that we have for our life. So don't be afraid to have those conversations, because sometimes that person might need it. They might not know what's the value of $1 and how you can split it about 6 different ways. So you got to have those conversations, got to have those quote unquote money talks with each other, and be able to
money.
be able to be responsible. And that's a key point in a relationship: communication and being able to basically get together on your finances.
So let me ask you this: what do you think is the biggest factor in our relationship that keep us together as close as we are?
I think it's
if you had to say one thing.
I think it's the communication. Like, we work so well with that, and that's one of those factors. I think that I'm not gonna say we studied it, but yeah, I'm gonna say we studied it. I feel like we came up with every solution. We didn't go to a therapist or anything like that, but we was openly able to communicate with each other and
Really?
effectively do that. And I think that's the reason why our relationship has gone thus far, because we're not afraid to talk to each other, and we know how to talk to each other. There's a difference between talking and knowing how to talk to somebody else, because sometimes what you say can hurt someone, and you don't want to do that. And you got to know how to deal with those feelings, and I think you do, very well with that. And I think I do well there as well, dealing with each other's feelings and ups and downs. And I think that's the key points that held us together, was the communication.
Yeah, I had to say the same thing. But, like I said, I want everybody that's looking at this video right now to do one of the 3 things. Like, share, and comment. Because you never know who might needs to hear this. And matter of fact, be looking out for my Mindset Monday video tomorrow. And I know everybody is going to be enjoying Memorial Day, but I'm still going to drop a gem on Memorial Day. And I know my wife, she has some things going on her Wednesday, so...
So, you guys, follow me on IG at Latrice_BossBabe. And I have Queen Talk Wednesdays for my women out there. And I basically just have buttloads of knowledge and motivation. And, I'm all about women empowerment. So
be looking out for her
Queen Talk Wednesdays.
Queen Talk Wednesdays. And how she said, I don't know what she said. What she said at the end of your video? Bye.
Bye.
So, we about to go on, get up out of here and enjoy this Sunday like each and every last one of you all. But like I said, always remember to love, serve, and grow. And we'll talk to y'all later on. All right, y'all have a good one.
Bye.